call this Clemson deja vu. C.J. Spiller, the Bills' top pick in 2010. The pipeline lives in 2014. Buffalo trading up to number 4 to get Sammy Watkins. And the coach of the Clemson Tigers, Dabo Swinney, was with Watkins in Radio City Music Hall in New York for Watkins' big night. Dabo, Sammy grew up in Florida, oddly enough was a Bills fan. Can you shed some light on how much more meaningful this pick was to him because it's his favorite team?
Well, yeah, it's kind of unusual that a kid growing up in Florida would be a big Bills fan, and he actually talked about that about a month ago. And I just think it's a rare thing that when guys are going to college, they choose where they want to go, but you don't pick where you want to go in the pros. And so it's rare that you actually end up at with the team that you maybe grew up pulling for. And so that's the case. And then also, he's always been a big fan of C.J. Spiller's. I can remember when we were recruiting Sammy, that was one of the big things. He loved watching C.J. Spiller play, and so now for he and Spiller to be able to be together, I've often wondered, what it would have been like to have had Sammy Watkins and C.J. here at Clemson together. And now we'll all know because we'll get to see him with the Bills, and I just think it's exciting times for Clemson fans and for the Bills.
I want to ask you about your quarterback, too. The prognosticators aren't expecting Tajh Boyd to drop below the third round. What about the way the league has evolved for quarterbacks do you think will serve him well?
Well, I just think he's a natural in the shotgun, and with all the spread stuff that has actually creeped into the NFL now. Everybody talks about the pro style, but there's very few NFL teams that aren't running spread. Tajh has a great feel for that kind of stuff, and he can run the ball. It's not something he's going to make his living doing, but he can make some plays and move the chains with his feet and be smart in doing that. But he also has the big arm to make all the throws that he's going to need to make on the next level.
I don't think I'm going out on a limb by saying Tajh is probably happy Jadeveon Clowney didn't land in the AFC East. He certainly gave him fits when y'all faced South Carolina. What do you see Clowney's forecast for success in Houston?
I think he'll be a great player. I really do. I thought he was a great player in college. I know maybe didn't statistically have a great year this past year, but I can tell you, whenever you turn the film on, you better know where that guy is. He's just one of those few guys, kind of like Sammy Watkins, that the other team you better have a plan A, B, C, and D for. And that doesn't mean he's always going to play great, but he is dangerous every time he steps on the field. And I think he's going to be a great pro. I think that he will transition well to the next level. I think being with a guy like J.J. Watt is going to be a great benefit to him. And I know Coach O'Brien well, and I know he'll get the most out of him. So I think Clowney is on his way to being an impact guy as a rookie.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to be looking forward to facing a Clowney-J.J. Watt pass-rushing tandem. Well, Clemson now has 5 players on the Buffalo Bills, a nice little unanticipated pipeline. Dabo Swinney, thanks so much for the time.
Okay, good to be with you. Take care.
Well, Louisville and Texas A&M led round 1 with 3 picks apiece. Which Cardinal will fly the highest in the NFL? Check out that segment on CampusInsiders.com.